Hello, Nerd Herd. This is Chris Youngblood at Nerd Rabbit. I am very excited to present to you our largest deployment of 2022 so far. This deployment is very important because it introduces a new homepage that is more of a dashboard type of view for our users so they can just keep a closer eye on everything that's going on in Nerdly. We wanted to make a quick tutorial to make sure that everyone can be comfortable with using that as they continue to look for work on our site. So let's go into that a little bit. So, first and foremost, nerds on our site are going to be able to edit their profile from this little pencil icon in the left side of the screen on the top. Past that, you'll be able to see a little bit of details about your profile, your name, your username, your current title, what you're currently looking for as far as compensation is concerned, as well as your current reviews. So with those reviews, you'll be able to see what your review is on average here, as well as being able to click into this to actually see the reviews that you've received, as well as reviews you've given to Nerd Herders. Now, going back to the dashboard, the next panel over to the right is the engagements panel. This is where you're going to manage your projects. So as you can see, I have one project here that has recently ended. So as that goes, you're going to see open and closed projects here, always the most recently updated ones. With that, you're going to be able to always go look at this drop down here to do any basic management of the project. That could be going to the timesheets page to log a timesheet. That could be adding hours if you've consumed all the hours, like this project clearly has. If you need more for your project, as well as opening a chat with that nerd herder to make sure that you're staying in touch with them and keeping communication open throughout the project. Past that, you can always click View if you want to see every option that's available on the engagement just to stay on top of everything. Then you can go back to the dashboard. Past that, you will have a Recent Transactions tab over to the right at the top of the screen. As that goes, you're going to see typically your most recently approved timesheets. So for this, I have a timesheet here that was approved today. As that goes, you're going to be able to see up to 15 max recent transactions in the screen at any time before you need to click into this tab to actually view a more comprehensive history. Past that, you can click this to access your billing functionality. As well, from this top right corner, or this top right corner over here, you will have the billing tab as well to access that. So you have a few ways to make sure you're keeping track of all of your billing preferences. Going all the way back to the left side of the screen on this panel here, you'll have all your interviews that are for a given day. So today I had 2 interviews that occurred. From this page, you'll actually have a join button here during the time that these interviews are active. You can also always click this interviews page to go see upcoming interviews on future days or ones that might be coming up today. You can view your past interviews that have gone off recently, or you can just view all of them together, whatever is your preference. Now, going back to the dashboard, the next thing over to the right, this opportunities panel in the middle of the screen, this is where you're actually managing the opportunities that you have applied to. So from here, you're going to be able to go look at interviews that you have from that opportunity. You'll be able to edit your application, assuming that opportunity is still open. This one is not, so there is no editing. Past that, you'll be able to also view the opportunity to just understand a little bit about what you applied to in the past. So you can always go review that just for your reference. And with anything that's still open, when you view that, you'll have more options, once again, like editing your application to that opportunity. Now, the very last thing on this new home screen down at the bottom is the services panel. This is where you actually manage the services that you have posted that nerd herders may be applying to reach out to you and inquire about what you're offering there. If you're ever trying to add a new service, you can click the services tab and it's going to take you right to where you can request a new service. Now, past that, you can also click back to the My Services page just to review those as a whole because you might have a number of services posted. Now, going back to the dashboard one more time, the very last thing to consider is we've also changed our chat functionality, which has consolidated our contacts page into this. You'll always be able to see the nerd herders that you're chatting with, as well as pending nerd herder chat requests. As you can see, you have names of nerd herders who you have accepted a chat request from, and it is still a level of anonymous until you've accepted that, like this pending chat request here. Now, if I click this little contacts icon at the top, that will actually change us to a contacts view just because you may have spoken to a lot of nerd herders. This will actually sort that alphabetically for you just to make that a little bit easier. But this is everything that we have added to Nerdly for this most recent deployment. We're very excited to introduce more things this year. But as always, if you ever have any questions on how to make better use of this, feel free to always reach out to support, once again in this top right corner, or you can always log a support ticket through Sheldon, our little ML-powered chatbot that's available. Stay nerdy, everyone.